Namaste, everybody. Irina here. Welcome and thank you for joining in. I invite you to take a cross-legged seated position. So we're going to start yoga practice shortly. So in this video, I am going to cover twists. So the twists could be done in a seated position, like I'm doing now, just a gentle twist. They also could be done in standing poses. And usually in standing poses, if you hear the Sanskrit name of the asana, you will hear Parivrita, Trikonasana, Parivrita Pashvakonasana. So Parivrita, that's revolved. It means that we're going to go into the twists. Right, so what are the benefits of the spinal twist? Well, first of all, we are working with increasing the range of movement of the spine and also improving on alignment. Obviously, we are connecting to the core muscles and also the muscles that rotate the trunk. So we are strengthening on such groups of muscles. If you're thinking about the internal organs, so whenever we go into a twist and then it's like imagining the hose pipe. So you're twisting, and then as soon as it's untwisted, so the water can flush, and because of that pressure, the water can just go through and maybe take with it some residue that on the walls of the hose pipe. So metaphorically speaking, if we're talking about the body, thinking about the internal organs. So we twist them, then we untwist, so the toxins could go into the bloodstream, so being taken away, filtering, and then oxygenated blood could go into those internal organs. Also, it's believed that twist can improve your digestion and agni, the digestion fire. But again, being careful with practicing twist on, well, I wouldn't recommend to practice it on an full stomach. So in any yoga practice, it's beneficial if you are hungry before your practice. Right, so we'll start shortly. Just to note on contraindications. If you had any spinal injuries, or if you're suffering from herniated, bulged, slip discs, you should take care or probably avoid practicing it. But also, if you're pregnant, obviously, and for women as well, if you're menstruating, those days uterus could be quite sensitive, so it could bring some sort of discomfort going into the twists, into the deeper twists. So just a word of caution on that one. Okay, so let's start the practice. You're already in the cross-legged seated position. So bringing your shoulder blades slightly back, so open through the chest. Keep your spine straight, so that main energy channel, there's no obstruction, so the energy can rise and flow freely in that sushumna, the main nadi in the pranic body. Your gaze is closed, the facial muscles relaxed. Start noticing the sensations in the body, paying attention to any parts of the body that may need an extra attention throughout the practice. Deepening your breath. Notice the sounds around you and just use it as a background. And the next inhale, we're going to open the eyes. We're going to bring the palms to the sides. We're going to bring the palms together and then lower your hands, lower them, and with your left hand going onto the floor, we're going to go into the right arm, stretching the right arm, and maybe just a very gentle twist. So I'm pressing with my left hand into the mat, and it's a hybrid between lengthening through the side and also adding just a micro twist in the waist. And then let's change to the other side. Back into the center. Let's make rotations with the torso. So start manipulating the spine. And also we're already bringing some massage into the internal organs. Notice what are your sensations in the waist, the upper body. Is there any maybe painful sensation, maybe something that you need to be aware of? Change the rotation. So paying attention to the body it's crucial, it's important. That body awareness that we want to develop in the yoga practice, not just mindfully or mindlessly going into the practice, but paying attention and back into the center. So let's get into the all four, and again manipulation of the spine. So we're going to go into the spinal extension and flexion. So inhaling usually associates with extension of the spine. So we're looking up. On the exhale, we're going to round through the back and we look at the navel. Inhale. Bring the shoulder blades back, up. Exhale, round through the back and look at the belly. Few rounds. You can do it at your own pace. You can either increase your pace or maybe slow it down if that feels right for you in the moment. Okay, back into the neutral, and we're gonna reach with your right arm forward, finding the length first, and then we're gonna drop that right shoulder to the floor, and we're going to press with the ear or with your cheek, your right cheek, into the mat. Draw the navel in. Few deep breaths here. So you can keep a tuck of the belly in, but keep the breath going. And very gently coming out of the pose. The other side, inhale, reaching with your left arm, so finding the length first, and then we're going to drop the left shoulder, maybe pressing with your right hand if you want to. And deep breaths. And back into the center. All four, tug the toes. We're going to lift the knees and pedal through the feet. So start putting some weight into your wrists, warming up the hamstrings, noticing the sensation in the ankles. And walking your feet towards the front of the mat. Leave some space. Big toes to touch, heels apart. Round through the back. Inhale, halfway left, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. And next, we're going to unravel the spine with control gently until you reach the upright standing position, preparing for some sun salutation with a twist. Okay. So big toes to touch, heel could be slightly apart. I'm tilting my pelvis slightly forward, rolling the shoulders back, and I'm mentally preparing. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your right leg back, drop the knee to the floor. Inhale. We're gonna slightly sink, extend your arms, and we're gonna rotate towards the left side. Few breaths here, rotate back, plant your hands, step into the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank, stabilize the shoulders, chaturanga, into the up dog. Tuck the toes, into the down dog. This time, left leg up, look forward, step forward, drop the back knee to the floor, sink, extend your arms, rotate towards the left side. Back into the center, plant your hands, step forward. Inhale halfway, exhale fold, and inhale all the way up, and exhale through the center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, bring the arms up, Svadhisthana, look up. Exhale, fold forward. This time, left foot back, left knee to the floor. Inhale, sink with the hips. Open up your arms to the sides and twist towards the right side. Back into the center, plant your hands, step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, plank, stabilize the shoulders, Chaturanga Dandasana, into the up dog. Tuck the toes, into the down dog. Right leg up, step forward, drop the left knee to the floor, sink first, extend the arms, twist towards the right. Back into the center, plant your hands, step forward, inhale halfway, exhale fold, and inhale all the way up, and exhale through the center. Let's step back with the right foot. We're going to pivot and turn to the right side. We're going to drop the left knee to the floor. Okay. Tug the toes off your left foot. Okay, bring your right hand into the right hip. Extend with your left. We're going to go into the twist. Hands into the prayer position. You can stay here, or you can extend so you can bring the knee off the floor. Parivrita Parshvakonasana. And a few breaths here. So if that's too much, start here. Maybe adding a very gentle twist, so you can bring your right hand and twisting here. But obviously, if you want to have that full namaste, back into the center. We're going to lift the back knee off the floor. We're going to pivot. And we're going to go into the left side. Okay. Few breaths. Left hand on the left hip. Right goes forward. Twist. Palms together. And then lifting the back knee off the floor. Looking over the shoulder, getting your shoulders out of your ears, dropping them gently down, keeping your back knee really elevated. Notice that your front knee should follow the first and the second toe, and there is a twist of the neck. And breathe. Drop that back knee to the floor, and your hands left, stand up, and pivot to the right side. Okay, so we're gonna bring the left foot in, square the hips. What you can actually do is align your heels on the center of the mat, but make sure that you return to the squared hip, or you can take your right leg slightly away from the center. Okay, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Inhale, reach out with your left, and on the exhale, we're gonna twist and stack up the shoulders. If that's too much, you can use a block, and you can also just go with your hand, with your left hand in the center rather than all the way to the outer edge of the foot. Okay, trying not to collapse in the chest, keeping your back straight, twist in the neck. Few breath here. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Pivot on the left side. Same variation, right foot in. Either bring the heels into alignment. I prefer to have it slightly opposite. That gives me a little bit more stability in my base. So when I feel stable, then I can go maybe slightly further into the twist. Okay, inhale, reach out with your right arm. We're gonna twist. I'm gonna use the block on that side. You can use the longer edge. And look, when I'm using the block, I'm actually have more space to create that twist. And breathe. Remember to twist in the neck, so we're looking up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Pivot and stop midway. Rotate your toes slightly in. We're going to inhale, so inhale, lift your chest. You can use the block here. Exhale, and maybe release the block and walk your hands to the back of the heels, so in line with the back of the heels, but hands are actually under the shoulders. Right, inhale, bring the hands forward, halfway lift, bringing your right hand into the center. We're going to rotate and open up towards the left. Few breaths here. Remember squeezing the perineum, engaging your Mula Bandha. Okay, exhale, release, then swap your hands, and we're going to twist and open up to the other side. Keep the breath going. You can close the gaze, or you can just have your drishti up. Exhale, release, round to the back. If you want here to go slightly deeper, you may want to bring your elbows to the floor and breathe into the hips. Inhale, halfway left. Okay, rotate towards your right side. We're gonna step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to drop the knees and we're going to press back into Balasana, the child's pose. Relax the upper body and breathe deeply. 5 deep breaths, relaxing through the torso. So making sure that your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are soft. We're breathing deeply into the belly. Next inhale, bring yourself into the kneeling position, release your legs to the sides, and then bring them forward. Extend them in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Move the flesh away from the body. So flex your feet, keep them active, keep your legs engaged. Inhale, bring the arms up. And on the exhale, with your spine straight, try not to round to the back. We're gonna see and explore the waters here with going maybe a little bit further. Shoulders away from the ears. If you have a block, you can use the block in this position. Obviously, it will enhance the forward fold. If not, you can use the strap, longer edge. Keep your breath. And very gently release. So we're going to go into Matsyendrasana. So on the right side. So it means that we're going to bring the right leg into the flexion, cross it, and then with your left heel, we're going to bring it to the right buttocks. So use this as an arrow to go to give you the direction where the twist needs to come, because we can go into the both ways now, right or left. So I'd like you to bring your right arm up behind you, and with your left elbow, bring it to the inside and gently press. Look behind you and breathe. So trying to keep your chest open, trying not to collapse in the back, so not rounding through the back like here, hunching. So keep shoulders retracted. You're looking over the right shoulder. My left forearm is quite active, so my fingers are pointing up, back into the center. Very gentle counter twist. Compress. Release the legs, and the other side. Left cross. You can leave your extended leg here. Extend it, because if you have tight hamstring, it might be that you'll struggle to bring it closer to the glutes on your left side. So either extension here, or if there's no restrictions, then into the flexion. Okay, now I see, okay, my direction is the left side. It means with my left arm up behind me. So I want just to press with the fingertips, and I want to open up the chest and start already rotating here. And then maybe bringing that elbow into the thigh and looking over. You can use outside of your leg here, but obviously going slightly deeper into the twist, that's where you want to press. You need to use some sort of leverage here, and that elbow is playing that role. Okay, 2 more breaths. And release, counter twist. Back into the center. You can come into Sukhasana, cross-legged position, bringing the elbows behind you, inhaling. And on the next exhale, we're going to fold forward with control. Take it slowly. Your sit bones may lift off the floor. The forehead may not reach the ground. And deep breath. In the next inhale, we're gonna come up into the Sukhasana or half lotus, Ardha Padmasana, and just bring your palms to face up with middle and index fingers. You can touch. Just take a few breaths. On the next inhale, bring the arms up. You can keep your gaze closed. Bring the palms together. Lower the palms. And open up the gaze. And from here, as always, you can go into Shavasana. You can carry on with your regular practice and use it as a warm-up, or use this practice as your daily routine. Remember, I'm a true believer that it's consistency, not the length, not the an hour, a half, 1.5 hour class, which is obviously nothing wrong with it. And I love classes that I drop in, which could be vary from 45 to 90-minute classes. But I'm still convinced that having a regular practice, even if it's 20-25 minutes a day, will benefit you, and you will see the fruits of that labor. So thank you for joining me in this video, and I hope to see you more. Namaste.